Hi guys, welcome to session 81 of Java Full Stack Made Easy. Previous session I actually wrote it as session 81, which is actually corrected. The previous session was session 80. This session is session 81, and the previous session the repository and everything is changed. I've added it into a proper repository like session 80. So you can see it here in the session 80. I've added all the demos. So in this session we will be creating a new repository called as day 81, and we will put all our code into the repository day 81 so that it maps to all the sessions that we have created previously. Okay, so in this session, as the slide shows you here we will be talking about a complete CRUD application, that is get, post, put and delete with the REST API. We will be adding the products, retrieve the products, everything with the REST API. Let's see how do we do it right from the scratch, right from the beginning, where we download the project from the start.spring.io. So let's start it right from there. So the first thing is we will be going to the Spring initializer, and here I will be using the language as Java, the project as Maven, and then I will select the version, the latest stable version, that is 3.5.9. My artifact that is going to be my project name is gonna be REST API CRUD. So that's what I want to name this as, and then this group name is gonna be com.example.crud. Okay, so that would be the group name, and that's the package name I required, which is going to be com.example.crud. And the dependency that is required for us as for now is still just the web dependency, so I'll be adding the web dependency. The packaging style I require it as a jar file, and the Java version that I'm using with this is Java 17. So let's generate this particular project, that is Spring Boot project, from the start.spring.io. Now once it is downloaded, I'll go to my downloads folder and extract this particular project that I have downloaded. So once we extract this folder, we know that we have to import that into our Eclipse as a Maven project. So let's close all these things that we have discussed in our previous session so that we can follow along with this new project right from the beginning. So let us also stop the previously running application. So here we will be importing the newly created project as existing Maven project next, and then browse for the directory where we have downloaded it. I have downloaded that into the downloads folder. So let's go to the downloads folder. REST API CRUD is the artifact that I have given there. Let's just finish it. All right, so now just check whether your REST API CRUD is ready or not. So I hope that all the it requires the previous dependencies, so the previous dependencies will be stored into my local directory, so it will not take much time for my machine to get those dependencies. All right, so I have everything organized. Let's go again and now start it right from the beginning, where we first create the model and then we will go ahead and create the controller. So before I get into the code part, I will tell you what exactly I'm thinking of. What I want is, I am thinking of having a database. In this case, I have still not connected my application to a database, so my database is gonna be an array list or something. So here I will be storing the products, and whatever products I store, I should be able to get the product, I should be able to add the product. That means I should be able to search the product, add the product, I need to update the product, and I want to delete the product. Right, so we know that for search we use get mapping, for add post mapping, for update put mapping, and then for delete we use the delete mapping. So this way I want to organize everything. I want to design my controller in a way which should be capable of searching the product, adding a new product, and then update and delete the products. So let's go ahead and start it right from the beginning. So I already have a base package, so within that base package itself I'll create a sub package of that, and I will call this as the model. So I will name this model as maybe a product or anything, right? So I have a product, and for this product I will have some product ID, let's say int product ID, and similarly I'll create something like maybe a float price of this product, and maybe a name of this product, so let's call it a string, the name of the product, price of the product, and also let's say there can be the quantity of this product that a user purchases. So let's mark all of them as private. That's the best practice which we are following. We should not leak our properties to the outside world. Once that is done, let's generate a default constructor, and maybe in future tutorials, as I told you, I will be replacing this with the records and the lombok to avoid this boilerplate code that I am writing. So let's generate the getters and setters. Let's generate a toString and the constructor that has the arguments. So generate constructor using fields. So everything is done. Our model class is ready. Now let's go ahead and create a controller accordingly, where the controller is capable of retrieving all the products and searching for a specific product, and adding a new product, and also deleting the product and updating the product. So I'll once again right click on this and create a new class, and now I will call this as the controller. Okay, so here is the controller, and now the controller will be called as the product controller. So as for now, I still don't have a repository yet. That means I still don't have a database connected. So once I connect it to the database, I'll have the repositories and the service layers, everything I will implement. So as for now, my focus is mainly on how do I deal with the controllers. Okay, so let's mark this as a REST controller so that it becomes a controller, and also we will have a request mapping so that we have a base URL defined here. Let's call it as maybe something like products. Okay, and that's done. Now in the products, what I would like to do is I'd like to have some predefined products defined when I'm creating this. Okay, so let's have a list of product, and list of product, and that's there in my model. So what did I create? Product, right? Yes, list of product, and let's call it as products, and that will be of type an array list. So I'm initializing it here itself since I don't have any database and all. So in the next session, we will be connecting this application to the database, where we will actually have the products and save and retrieve the products from the database itself. Fine. So let's have constructor for this product controller and initialize some of the products. Okay, so what we can do is we can have a constructor, or we can create the products as products, and create it as list dot of, or we can create it as list dot uh, arrays dot as list, right? So we can either do it as a arrays dot as list, or maybe a list dot of, which are the latest version of Java. Why I'm not choosing a list dot of or arrays dot as list is because I want to add elements into this, where list dot of creates an immutable list for us. I don't want a immutable list, I want a mutable list. I don't want a size restricted list which is created by using the arrays dot as list. So I don't want a size restricted and the immutable list. I want a mutable list. That's why I'm going for this way. Okay, now the next thing is the products, obviously, dot add. So I have to add some few basic products here, so that when I search for the product, I should be getting a product. So let's see the products dot add. A new product has to be added here, and the new products takes product ID, price, name, and quantity. So ID is going to be 1, price let's say 100, and the name of the product, let's say the product name is maybe a pen or a book or a eraser or anything, and the price of this, or sorry, the quantity, let's say the quantity is 2. Similarly, I would like to add a few more products, 2 3 4 products I will add. Product IDs will be 1 2 3 and 4. Then the product price 100, 200, and maybe 20, and yeah, 30, something like that. So let's have a pen, book, one quantity, and pencil, one quantity, and maybe an eraser or something, two quantities. Okay, so that's what I have defined initially. That means by default the products will have these 4 products. And now what I want to do is since I've already defined this request mapping here, so if I just do a products that is slash products, I need to get all the products, right? So to get all the products, let's see, we have to first do a get mapping here. And the get mapping, obviously there should be a method below this. Return type should be what? A list of products, right? So the list of products, obviously, since it is a since we have already discussed about the response entities in the previous session where we are returning the response code as well, so we will be taking a response entity here rather than just simply going for the products. Okay, so this is gonna be response entity of type list of product. Okay, so this is gonna be a list of product. So it is going to return me response entity of list of product. Let's call it as get products. Alright, so in this case, I have to now return everything. That means I have to return all the products here. So I'll simply say return new response entity of list of products. So let's call it as return new response entity of list of products, and there I'm going to return the products that I have now, that is the list, and then the http status. Http status now is going to be okay or found. Okay, let's go for found because that works. Save it. Fine, so this should give me all the products. So let me just test it whether things work fine or not. So I'll simply just right click on this main application, that is my REST API CRUD application, and run it as a Java application. So when I run this as a Java application, I should be able to get it, and this is running on the default port, that is 8080. Let's go to Postman and test it. Now I have the port number as 8080, and the request method is get, and the 8080 slash products is the URL on which I should get it. So when I send it, I should be getting all the products. So you can notice that I'm getting all the products. So that way we can search for all the products that are available. So this is the URL that I have to hit. I will be writing that URL here on top of the get mapping just for the just for your reference. So I will provide you both the things, that is the product and the controller as well. So let's go to the Git repository, and from the Git repository, this is our demo 1 get all products. Okay, so for get all products, this is the product and then the controller. So controller now has only one get mapping, that is for retrieving all the products. Let's just commit this. Done. Similarly, what we will now do is that we will try and get the product based on the name of the product. User is going to give me the name of the product, and based on that I have to search for the product and return that particular product. That is, if a user says that I want to search for a pen, pencil or anything, I have to return all the details of that. So there is names are unique in this products that I have here, so obviously only one product will be returned back. So it will be a responsive entity of type product, not the products. So let me design that. So this is gonna be search product by name. Search product by name. So this is going to be products slash the user is going to give us the name of the product like pen or something. Okay, and obviously the get mapping is going to return us one single product, so that's why I'm just returning a response entity of type product, and let's call this as get product. And we know that user is going to give us this particular path variable, right? This is something which we have discussed in our previous session as well. So let the user give us the product name. So user will give us product name, and that should be same here. So it is going to be a path variable of type string, and that's gonna be a product name. And based on that name itself, I have to search whether that particular product is available or not. If it is available, I have to return back that particular product. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna do what I will just be iterating over all the products that I have, and whatever product I have, based on that I have to search and give that. So it is going to be the product P in the products. Okay, and if we have what the product dot get name dot equals or equals ignore case the product name. If that happens, then just return the product, that is return p in this case. So returning just p is not enough because it returns a response entity, right? So we are here, we will be returning a response entity of type product and return the product that is found. So response entity of type product and return the product that is found, which is nothing but p in this case. And if not, then just return what? Return a null value here. And what we can say is this is not a list, this is just a product. Or we can return, instead of returning a null value to a user, we can return a empty product and then say that it is not found. Okay, new product and not found. Okay, based on that, user understands whether the product is found or not. So that way we can write it, and let's just stop this application, rerun it, and search for the product based on the name of the product. So it is working fine. Now if I click send, all the products will be retrieved. If I say product slash name of the product, suppose if I am searching for pen, I will be able to search for the pen. So you can see that I'm able to search for the pen if I provide this particular URL. So this is the concept of search product. So let me write this URL as well for your reference. Search product by name. Yes, the URL is, everything is there. So let me just share this with you and call it as demo2. Let's call it as search product by name. So we have now done what? We have got all the products and we have searched the product based on the name of the product. Let us now add a new product into the list. Let's see how do we do that. That is the post mapping, right? So far we have seen the get and the post mapping. We have not yet seen the concept of put mapping and the delete mapping. So let the user add something. That means add a new product here. So it is gonna be the products itself, and the mapping will be post mapping. So let's go for post mapping rather than the get mapping. It will be a post mapping, and the response entity will be of type simply the product. Whatever product is inserted by the user, if it is added, then that product has to be given back to the user. So save product, and we know that in the previous session itself we have learned about the concept of the request body. So we will take the request body product from the user and return back the same product. Okay, so we are taking the product and we will return back the same product to the user. So response entity of type product and return the product, the same product itself. Okay, and say that it is HTTP status. Okay, and that looks good. Now the product has to be added into the product a repository as well, right? So this is the product, and this is gonna be a product itself, not the products. And now I have to add this particular product into the product. So simply say products dot add product. Okay, and you can also check if this is true, then return this. That means if the product is added, then return this. So because this add method returns us a boolean type of data, that tells us whether the product is added into the list or not. So I'm not doing that negative checks here for a better understanding. So in real-time projects you can just add up those missing conditions as well. So I'll just stop it now, and once again I'll try to run this and see whether I will now be able to add a new product into the list or not. So let's go to the postman, and first of all let's just retrieve everything that's there. So you can see that I'm able to retrieve 4 products that I have already inserted. Let me go to the post mapping and post a new product. So let's go for post, and instead of a superhero it is going to be a product, and we have what? Product ID is there. So in the get product I will copy one of the request body from here so that I don't need to write many things. So let's go here, and in the products 8080 let's paste this and call this as product ID 5. Price is 30. Instead of an eraser let's add what? Uh, let's add anything, maybe a phone or anything, quantity 1, and the price is gonna be 10030. Okay, so that's gonna be my price. So let's just hit send and see the product is added or not. So you can see that the product's status is okay and the product is returned back to us. That means the product is added. So once we will just cross verify whether the product is added or not. So I'll hit send now. The fifth product has to be added in the list. So you can see that the fifth product is added in the list. I will also be able to search for the newly added product, that is slash the phone. That is what I have added. So if I hit send, so you can see that I'll be able to get the phone as well. So that proves us that the newly added product is already available. So let me share this as well into the repository. So with this product post mapping, what you have to also do is you have to provide the request body as well. So the request body in this case, which I have provided, once again I'll make it easy for you. I'll give you the same request body that I have taken here. So this is the request body I have taken. So if you just want to copy paste this stuff, you can simply do a copy paste there. Okay, so this is the request body which I have added. I'll share this controller now. The controller contains three things now: get all products, get product by name, and then the demo 3, save product or add new product. Okay, like I have added a new product now, let me show you how do we delete the product. So that's the delete, the concept of delete mapping. So I'm deleting a product based on what? Based on something I have to delete it, right? So maybe based on the product ID, or maybe the based on the product name or something. Let's try and delete the product, which looks similar to the get mapping. So I'll go for a delete mapping, and let's call this as delete product based on the name of the product I want to delete it. Okay, so instead of get mapping, let's call it as the delete mapping. So delete mapping based on the product name, a response entity will be of type product. So anything that I want to return, I can return. If I want to return the product that is deleted, I can return that product is the deleted product. Or if I just want to return a string message, I can do that as well. So delete product, and based on the product name it has to be deleted. Search for the product, and if the product is there, if the product is found, then simply do what? Here you have to do a delete product instead of returning the data here. What I have to do is I have to go for the products dot remove the product, that is P has to be removed, and then return what? Return the P, and return response entity of type. If it goes here and founds the product, then that product should be deleted. And if at all the product is not found, simply do what? Product not found or something. Okay, new product instead of returning a new product. Whatever a user is giving us, let's return that particular product. uh, let's say we have a new product defined, so we'll define that product, and product dot remove P is what we will do. Okay, so yeah, here in this case I'll just have a new product ID 0 and all. I'll just say product not found, and I will return this particular product here, which will be my not found product. This is just for a user, to give a user an information. I can also return it in a better way, which we will see in our later sessions. But as for now, I'm just returning a product, and the name of that product says that the product is not found. So let's just save it and run this and test it. Okay, so looks good. There's one error here. Let us check what is that. Multiple semicolons. Okay, so saved the delete concept. Let's just stop it, relaunch it, and see whether we will be able to delete a product based on the name of the product or not. So first of all, I will just go for get all products. So let's do a get all products here first. I did a get all products. Now let's try and delete the first product, that is pen. So I'll go for the method delete method products slash pen. The delete method has to be changed here. Let's hit send. So you can see that we are getting the product details. That means the product is deleted. Once again, I'll go for the get method and try and get all the products. I should not find the product pen here. Now you can see that the product pen is removed from this particular list. That means the product is successfully deleted. Okay, so once again I will just be writing the URL for this. So the URL for this delete product is the same. Method is delete. We have to change the method to delete method, and rest all thing works fine. So let me just copy this and put this into the repository. Let's call it as demo for delete product. Okay, so only the controller is changed, so I'm sending you only the controller. So the last type of mapping, that is I want to modify, I want to update that product. So whenever we are updating the product, since I have a list now, in a list I cannot go and update the element, so I'll just remove the previous element and add the new element. So that is kind of an update itself. So let's write that once again. So our put mapping is similar to what? Similar to the post mapping. So I will take that post mapping here now. So I'll just paste this put mapping now, which is for update. Now this put mapping, what I will do is, it will obviously I will take one more request body from the user, and I will call it as the update product. I will take a request body, the product to be updated, and then what I will do is I will check if the product is found or not. So if the product is found, I'm gonna delete that product and then uh, add the new product. So go here. Here what we will do is we will just loop through with this and see if the product is there or not. If the product name is there or product ID is there or something, let's check it with the product ID, because that is going to be unique. In our case, even the product name is also unique, but usually we if it will be good if we check it based on the ID. Product ID will be equal to the product that is returned by the user dot get product ID. So if these two things are equal, then what you do is remove this products dot p. So this particular found product has to be removed, and what needs to be done is the new product has to be added. Okay, so it is going to be products dot add the new product, which is product. Okay, so it will search for the product and it will remove the product and add the new product, and the response entity will be HTTP status. Let's just say this as okay, and we will return a new product to the user. Okay, and if it is not found, then we can see that product not found. Okay, so here I was just returning a product, and I will say product dot set name product not found or something. Here we can return the exceptions all the time. So I have not yet created the exception and all. That's why I'm just returning these messages. Okay, so as for now I will just not return anything. I'll just return the yeah, let's just return the product dot set name product not found. Okay, let's save it and let's run this and check whether we will be able to update the product or not. That means the put mapping will work fine for us or not. Once again, the URL for the put mapping also is same like the post mapping, only the method is changed from the post mapping to the put mapping. So the URL is http localhost 8080 products. That's gonna be the URL. So let's go here. That will be the same URL for this put mapping. Let's save it. Let's test that here. So first of all, let's get all the products that are available. So now we have the product 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you might say product 1 we have deleted. Why is this product 1 available here? This is because I have relaunched the application and I am using ArrayList. I'm not using a uh, database. So if it was a database, the product will be deleted and it will be gone from the database. Whereas in a list, once again the constructor will run and once again it will add that particular product. And you can also notice that the newly added fifth product is also not available. That's because I've restarted this application. So in this case, what I want to change is that I want to change the price for this pen. Okay, so I have to go for the put mapping. Let's go for the put mapping. Product is fine. The body has to be provided. So I will change the body for this product ID 1, which will be this put mapping, and product ID is 1. The price I want to change it to maybe 200 or something. Let's change it to 200 and let's just hit send. So when I hit send and I get the same product back, that means we have successfully updated that. Let's go for get and check whether the product is updated or not. So you can see that the product ID 1 should be updated. uh, Product ID 2 is there, 3 is there, for product ID 1 is there. So you can see that product ID 1 is now modified to the price 200, which was 100 before. So this way we can update the products. So in my next session I will connect, since this or the entire stuff was to make you comfortable with the controller and show you the type of mappings that we can use. So this is demo 5, update product. So in the next session, we will connect it to the actual database and then see how things work there. That is our Spring Data JPA with Spring Boot. Hopefully you're enjoying in the series. If you like in the series, please comment on the videos, share and subscribe to my channel to motivate me to create more such contents for you. Thank you. See you in the next video.